In it, the president, who was just 2 years in power, says, "We must have our own capacity to build houses, roads, dams, railways." Museveni boasted that he was using the Casey's line as an opportunity to build a railways construction unit. Then he accused the previous government of having negotiated a loan from foreign governments worth $200 million to build a railway. "I told our people that $200 million is a lot of money to lay these irons from here to Casey's on a firm bed. If the British could build a railway from Mombasa to Kampala in 1900, why can't we build it ourselves in 1988? Museveni was only 44 years at the time and speaks with confidence and conviction. Almost 30 years later, Uganda has not built a single kilometer of rail. Instead, whatever existed of the old rail line is now moribund, and Museveni has resorted to a Chinese company to build a rail line. Museveni's pricing too does not look good, even when the cost difference between standard and meter gauge is factored in. The rail line from Malabar to Kampala is 273 kilometers at $2 billion, while from Kampala to Casey's is 381 kilometers and would have cost $426 million in 2018 prices. Yet while this article exposes the president's failed promises and fanciful dreams, it is not aimed at condemning or criticizing him. Instead, it seeks to understand him and even sympathize with him. I hope that in understanding Museveni's failure to realize his dreams, despite his ambition and 32 years in power, we can develop a better understanding of Africa's development predicament. Why do problems of poverty, disease, ignorance, corruption, tribalism, dictatorial rule, rigged elections persist in Africa even as governments come and go? Not a single government in Africa has transformed the country from a backward, poor agrarian society into a modern, affluent industrial nation. That is regardless of how the government come to power: military coup, popular insurrection, armed struggle, democratic elections, or the nature of their leadership, military or civilian, its political system, military rule, one party, one man, no party, multi-party, or length of rule or the age of the president. It is nearly 60 years since most of our nations got independence, but it is hard to find a government in Africa building her own railways, dams, roads, etc., or manufacturing her own cars, mobile phone handsets, bicycles, computers, televisions, or anything of significance. Across our vast continent, it is the Chinese, Indians, Arabs and Europeans building infrastructure for us. Sub-Sahara Africa, with a population of over 900 million people, has not produced a major global brand akin to Samsung, Hyundai, Kia and LG produced by South Korea, a peninsula of only 52 million people. So what really is Africa's problem? For many people, the answer is simple: bad leadership, meaning the president, ministers, bureaucrats, legislators and military officers. We are told our leaders are selfish, power-hungry and corrupt. That this has led to bad governance,